Okay, Pippi on Ivy up against. I mean, it's a team that full counters Ivy, so I cannot wait until these two characters are gone. But then it'll be like Goldman and Hula Hoo. Oh, what are we gonna do? But moving on. Okay, let's see. It will be Moonlit. Moonlit for Ivy is really hard. I mean, everyone can pull so much distance here, so I would say it's kind of 50-50 right now from both Survivor and Hunter side. Currently, Juan is going to be the first chase as we're running straight towards the staircase. Staircase currently at 23 stacks of Fear 2. And now it will be a heist for Merc, it seems. But it seems like we'll teleport over there first. Psycho with 11 stacks there. As Mercenary will be leashed as well before we make our way towards Psychologist here too. But for Psycho, let's just say a few things, right? She could get leached, but we also need to be a little bit more careful here for Persica, because if she gets leached there, then that means Psycho's access towards Coaster will be fully locked. Changing targets for Persica this time? Okay. Seems like we want to aim for a tiny bit more. We did get outside of Ostracon range, but it's still a 62 stack Ostracon for Percy. So right now, we're trying to bait out something. I mean, if you get Blink out here, that would be something else, alright. We didn't get a Revelation there, it's a little bit unfortunate. We're currently going in, and that's going to be no Flywheel use! Ah, Persica! It's either Lil Lewis or Flywheel there. You got to choose between two. If it was me, I would have used Lil Lewis. If it was me, I actually would have used Lil Lewis, but that's really bad, especially for WBG right now. Now, their Cypher Machine is pretty fast, to be honest with you. 3 Cyphers at 50%, but it is 90 seconds in towards the game. Well, 4 Cyphers at 50%, and it is 90 seconds in towards the game. And right now for Persica, look, I would say, right, the moment you get leached, you need to use Lil Lewis ASAP, just so you get out. Okay, you didn't get out on time. It's a little bit more different than I thought it would be. That's going to be Lil Lewis number 1, 8 second breathing room here for Persica to play around. We will be able to drop the pallet down there, thankfully, too. Now, the question is, do we want to Flywheel towards the pallet just to force the Blink out? We don't. We don't, because Blink has already been forced out. It is 3.5 Cypher Machines done. There is a Mercenary nearby whose Cypher Machine is finished in basically... It's 10% remaining, so it's not too bad. And for Mercy too, if he wants, he could get out of range. If he gets out of range, it's not a bad idea just to wait until the Fear stacks is dropping. As we can see there, bottom left, Mercy is out of range. And now, the big question is, how fast can we get the Cypher Machine? Now, we did get a Revelation there, as Mercy is being very careful. Thankfully, we didn't get a Terror Shock. And now Persica on the run. This is a Puppeteer. If we can rebound kite, it'll be good. If we can't rebound kite, it will be a different scenario here. That's Revelation and of course Corruption and Transference, as Persica will go down, and Mercenary Cypher is also done too. All we're missing now is a whistle from Psycho. Goku will also be harassed too, just a little bit, but his Cypher Machine should be pretty fast compared to the other two, because it is still, you know, it is still an aeroplane that we're talking about right now. Aero. We are at 20-30 stacks right now. We might get teleported on and forced to hit, so that's something we have to be worried about. But for Aero right now, it seems we were waiting for a Flywheel to be used. No, we're gonna full stack it and get Ivy to come over here. That's kind of what I don't like about this. Persica was forced rescue pretty early. We do have Corruption Transfers right now. That is 58 stacks, just about enough. Okay, we are just about enough. If that was the case, we're going to force ourselves to actually go in towards this area. We're going to force ourselves in. That's 100 stack. Is 8 seconds enough? Is 8 seconds enough? It is enough. Just about on time. Just about on time here. Persica still has Flywheel, thankfully. We still do have Flywheel, so we have a lot here to play around. But we're going to force a Flywheel. Okay, no, the Cypher Machine's primed. Okay, I didn't even see the Cypher Machine primed, actually. Okay, I didn't even see the Cypher Machine was primed. Dungeon is currently near this area. If Pepe does not force himself to chase after this Puppeteer, this will be a long day. This actually might become a 4-man escape here. Persica, Puppeteer, no way! We're currently looking from both sides. We can't leash on towards this Puppeteer here just yet, but there is a detention, so we need to be worried about some stuffs here and there. Now, of course, Flywheel is still available to use for Persica, but this seems to will be a 100 stack, and there goes down Puppeteer. 4-man will be denied, but it is more than enough here for WBG to have a really good, solid lead. And it seems like Huey's gonna get out right now, lol. And it seems like Huey's gonna get out just about now. With smiles on her face. Let's move on. Okay, Alex, Gamekeeper. I guess it's because of Flying Investigator and Weeping Clown. But Donex did really good on Gamekeeper on this map as well. So we're gonna see if Alex can replicate that or not. Okay, Alex, we're gonna go after Zibi first. Well, we could just get out. We could just get out early. We could go now. We could go now. Zibi could go now. But the only issue is we might get hooked. But for Alex right now, he's not willing to actually throw any of the hooks out to catch up. So that will be Weeping Clown Rocket Dash number 1. But Alex, there was an obstacle right in front of us. We're not going to be able to catch up towards this Weeping Clown or to cancel the rockets as soon as we thought we initially could. So it's a really good early start for a TE. Yes, the roller coaster has been used a little bit early, but you know, it is Gamekeeper we're talking about right here. So no regrets, honestly, with Dash roller coaster usage. Now, of course, we do have Rocket Dash in 2 more seconds. We can't really pull now. We putting now. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. If you cut the corner, it's a little bit better. If you cut the corner, it is a little bit better. We should be able to catch up here a little bit. We're back to the same area. We're back to where we initially started. And you know what? There's traps. Okay, forget about everything that I said about this game. We blink. Oh, beautiful blink down. Beautiful blink down. Wow, that hook. I thought that was out of range. Never mind. I thought that was out of range. Well, with that, let's just say that's a trap immediately at the exit gate near 4 stop. Leeball could come in to rescue as the Flying Investigator right now, but if you see here on Persona size, everyone, and I mean this right, everyone has Flywheel, so they kind of expected this Gamekeeper to come out. Or it could have been Waxer, this I won't lie to you. But we will go for the normal hit, I guess. Do we want to? Well, if we do a no damage rescue, then that simply just means, you know, you can tunnel the Weeping Clown down. You know what? Weeping Clown did have Flywheel, so I feel like if we Flywheel there and maybe pull away, could have been a little bit better. But you know what? You lose some, you win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. Liba on his way in right now. Pocket Watch number 1 used. This hook gotta land. If this hook lands, it's good. If this hook doesn't land, it's another no damage rescue, which is not something we typically like seeing. I missed! I body blocked! Can we pull rockets? We're okay. A little bit, I won't lie, that was a little bit of a later pull than I expected. Because, I mean, the moment the hook missed and the body block came through, it's an immediate rocket dash straight towards 2-story. That's what I had in my mind, but that's not what they had in their mind, apparently, so that's a little bit interesting. Whereas such a bad area to contain right now, if it was 2-story, it would have been way better. If it was 2-story, it definitely would have been way better compared to here. But I guess we just don't want to go pull towards Yang Yang, who is decoding right now as the Psycho, so it does make sense too. But it will be a guaranteed tie game then if that's the case for Aleka, so that will be 1 man eliminated. We're missing 1 more as the 4th cipher machine will be able to pop open here too. And the last 3 ciphers are pretty spread out across the map. One's at 1st stop, the other one's at 4th stop. And then we've 1 right below 3rd stop too. So there's 1 at each stop except for the 2nd. And I won't lie, best chase, it will be Fire Investigator. If we can actually get Fire Investigator, it would be better. I wouldn't say Cycle, for the reasons of they're going to be able to get a Cypher machine done if you do actually decide to chase after a Psycho. I mean, if you get a hook, it's a whole different story, but it's still a free 40-second containment. Ooh, that barely hooked on towards that tree. That barely hooked on towards the tree. If we missed it, it would have been really bad. But I guess we're not even at max presence just yet, so for the Torned Max Fury hook, we're gonna have to see whether we can get this one or not. We did. That's a nice pullback, but there is no tram nearby. There is no coaster nearby, excuse me. So that will be a normal hit there too. Okay, if that's the case, we really need to consider quite a lot right now. What do we need to consider? We need to consider how to get Psycho down within the next hook and hit. But then, like, stress is just a huge issue for hunters. Persist for like 38 seconds, 40 seconds. That's going to be a hook back. Okay, that's no problem. That's going to be a hit down. Stress still remains. Stress still remains. We could get First Officer to rescue again. Yeah, First Officer's on his way right now. Fire Investigator decoding. Did they get rid of the trap, I wonder, at fourth stop? Because if they did, they have an easier time getting the gate open. But if they didn't, ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. And with First Officer coming in, I mean, Terror Shock is going to be weird. Really weird if it actually happens. But that's hook number one. We should just normally rescue. We will normally rescue. And I do think, yeah. Yo, nothing. Okay, we'll just, it's really just dodgeball right now. It's 100% dodgeball right now. It is 100% dodgeball right now. Just hook towards any of the wall and see where First Officer is. Any of the wall, any of the wall, and okay, no one here just says he ran back. We're gonna come over here right now as well. Meanwhile, the gate will be open. I guess First Officer will be the best chase here for for Gamekeeper. I mean, that's a tie that he needs. It's not too bad. We can blink down. No, never mind. We can recast it just on time too. That's gonna be a tie game. That will be a beautiful tie game here. We'll chair before we teleport, I guess. But then it should be more than enough time for Psycho to actually get out. And let's congratulate the tie game here for Alex. Moving on straight on towards game 3.